Hello everyone, welcome to Active at Home. We are here at Vol Fitness today. My name is Logan Lynch, pelvic floor physical therapist, and I am bringing you a 20-minute workout today. We're gonna hit a full body workout. So we've got its lower body, a upper body, and a core section, and we'll take a few breaks in between. So for this workout, you're going to need a set of weights, moderate weight that you can use for both upper body and lower body, or grab some objects at home that work just as well, okay? Before we get into it, we're going to warm up here a little bit, get that heart rate up, muscles warm that we're gonna be using. So go ahead and stand up, shake it out a little bit, take a few deep breaths, and we're gonna start with some reverse lunges. So you're gonna step one foot back, get nice and low into that lunge, and bring it up top, and alternate to the other side. Use these first couple to just get into the motion, wake those muscles up, wake that body up a little bit, finding your breath. And as you get comfortable, you can speed it up a little bit, sit a little bit lower into that lunge. We want to prime the muscles that we're going to be using. So the first section we'll do the lower body. So we're gonna get those glutes ready, quads ready. And throughout this entire workout, we always wanna be thinking about those abdominals for stabilization. Always engaging them on that exhale a little bit. A few more here. And last one. And let's spread those legs nice and wide. Here we're gonna do some lateral lunges, side to side. So feet are gonna stay planted. Reach those hips back, bend that knee, sink down as low as you feel comfortable. Press down to come up, and other side. So we really wanna think about those hips going back, bend that knee, get a little ankle mobility here, so try and keep that heel down of that foot. Not coming up onto those toes here, keep it planted. Giving yourself that stability from the ground up. And again, as you feel comfortable, go a little bit deeper into it, speed up the movement. A few more here, find your breath. Goal today through the workout is not to hold your breath. We want to keep breathing through every movement. 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're gonna do some hamstring. Get the back of the legs. So hamstring sweeps, you're gonna step that heel forward, sweep down, and come up and switch sides. Heel forward, hips level, reach down, feel that stretch on the back of your leg, and sweep it up. Hit a few times here on each side. Keep breathing. Keep that foot pretty relaxed. We don't need to pull those toes up too much towards your face. Sit those hips back. A few more here. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going into our first section here. So we've got a curtsy lunge to a knee lift. We're gonna step back in that diagonal. Leg goes behind and lift that knee up. We're staying on one side here for 45 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and let's move. Step back to that diagonal, sit into that hip, come up and lift that knee. If you can make it one fluid motion, great. Down and up. If you need to take a step at the top, plant that foot and then lift, that's okay. Take either option. Inhale down, exhale up. This movement gets into those glutes, working them at just a little bit different angle by getting that diagonal, giving that sit back of that leg. Get a little core work at the top as you lift that knee. That exhale engages those lower abdominals. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We've got a 15-second rest here. Then we're doing the same movement on the other side. All right, again, weights are at your side. Always have the option to do these body weight if that feels better for you today. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, let's move. Other side, going back behind to the corner of the room and lift at the top. Another option is not to lift at all and just tap that toe here if you're struggling with that single leg balance. But don't be afraid to try a few. Challenge your body. That's how you're gonna get better at that single leg balance, is giving it a shot, making your body work, finding that stability. Great job, keep breathing. Using this first round to just get comfortable with the movement. Then we'll speed it up a little bit in round 2. We want to stay relatively forward with those shoulders and hips as we sit down, feeling that stretch into that glute, and rest. All right, our third movement here is a 1.5 deadlift. So what we're gonna do is go down for a full deadlift, come halfway up, go back down, and then all the way up. All right, we're starting, we'll work through it together. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Reach down about shin height, squeeze those glutes to come up, go back down, and all the way up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale down, exhale all the way to the top. Good. Stretching those glutes and hamstrings as we go down, and then turning them on to strengthen and come up. Shoulders slightly pulled back, so they're not pulling those weights forward. Get those shoulder blades set. Weight in the center of your feet. Good. Feel that stretch, nice neutral spine. Movement is coming from those hips, not from a lot of movement in that back. 2 and 1 and rest. All right, one round down, we go back to the top to that curtsy lunge. Back to that first leg that we did. In 3, 2, 1, let's move. Step back and go for that lift. Okay, now that speed, that pace is picking up a little bit. Down, right back up. Stay relaxed through those shoulders. Make sure they're not creeping up towards your ears, shrugging here. We want to keep the rest of our body as relaxed as we can. We're not wasting energy. Great job. Strong standing leg as we lift up. Movements like squats and deadlifts, using both legs at the same time. We want to make sure we switch it up with some unilateral work, meaning we're working one side, go ahead and rest one side at a time. That way we can identify any weaknesses on one side versus the other, even them out a little bit. Here we go, other side. 3, 2, 1, and step it back into that glute. The more you get a little bit lean forward through those shoulders versus being straight up here, the more you're gonna get into that glute muscle. So don't be afraid to lean a little bit. Really feel that stretch into that hip. Find that breath. Always come back to that breath. Exhale, strong lift here. We're staying relaxed. That pace, remember we're getting a little bit faster this time. Strong stance leg, squeeze that quad, squeeze that glute at the top. That's gonna give you that good, strong single leg balance. 3, 2, 1. All right, going to that 1.5 deadlift. Reach down to those shins, halfway up, down, all the way up. Reason for that 1.5, starting in 3, 2, 1, is increased time under tension. So we're staying, engaging those muscles for a little bit longer versus getting in and out of that movement quickly. We're increasing the time that those muscles are under tension, that they're working. That is a great way to build strength. Slowing the movement down, not rushing it, spending a little bit more time keeping those muscles engaged. Breathe. At the top, make sure we're not over clenching those glutes. We don't want to end up here with those hips. All right, squeeze just to the top, just to neutral here. And rest. All right, one more round. Okay, let's really get that heart rate up this round. We're familiar with the movement. We're going back to that curtsy to knee lift. We're gonna push, get as many reps done as we can. One big deep breath, shake it out. Here we go, first side, reach back and lift. We don't wanna sacrifice control and form just for that speed, okay? So feel it out, slow it back down if you need to. Always thinking from the ground up. The more stable we are at the foot, the more stable we're gonna be at the knee and hip. So think about that foot, those toes spreading wide. Giving yourself a good anchor to the ground. Weight is right in the center of that foot. Not in those toes, not in that heel. Find the middle. 3, 2, 1. Shake that side out. All right, one more time in this curtsy lunge, hitting that other leg. Same thing. Push that pace, get those reps in. Always keep that control. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Step it back. Strong lift. That back knee doesn't need to touch the ground, but try and get it as close as you can within what your mobility allows. Keep breathing. Maintaining that breath in and out versus holding your breath when your body gets tired or when you're lifting a little bit heavier helps manage the pressure that builds up in your abdomen when you exercise. Pressure is good for spinal stability, to make us lift heavier, but we want to make sure it's nice and controlled and centered right here. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Last one, 1.5 deadlift. After this one, we get a little bit of a breather, okay? Stay with me here. Strong stance at the top, all the way down, halfway, all the way down, full extension. Here we go, 45 seconds. Reach those hips back. Squeeze those glutes to come up, down, and up. Halfway and full. All right, moving a little bit quicker here. Those glutes, hamstrings should be feeling a little bit fatigued. When we push through, when muscles are tired, and we add a few more reps right when we want to stop, that's also how we build strength. When we hit that fatigue, those muscles want to give out, and we push through for just a few more. That's where they get stronger. You're finding a new threshold of strength, and rest. Woo! Set those weights down. Great work on that first round. Take a little break, grab some water, and we'll be back. We're moving on to upper body next. All right, we are back. We are moving on to our upper body section. For this one, we're gonna have 2 exercises that we'll repeat 3 times. So go ahead and grab your weights. I went ahead and got myself a set of lighter weights as well, just in case I need to drop down, okay? Because those shoulders are really gonna burn out here. First one, we're doing a front raise with an isometric hold. So one arm holds up and the other arm is moving, and we're gonna switch halfway through, all right? Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, and lift. One side holds, and we're controlling the other side about shoulder height with both of these. Breathing as you lift, breathe out. We don't want to feel like we're swinging side to side or forward and back to get those weights up. We want to be nice and controlled. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Other arm holds. Think about those weights being out at kind of a diagonal in front of you, not straight out, not straight to the side, at about a 45-degree angle with both of them, with that hold and with that lift. Working those shoulder muscles, those rotator cuff muscles that give your shoulders stability. And bring them down, great job. All right, your second one is a reverse fly. So I'm gonna go to the side for this one. We're in a bent over position, slight bend in those elbows, opening those weights up, squeezing those shoulder blade muscles, and controlling them down. In 3, 2, 1, here we go, and lift, nice and controlled down. Bend those elbows just a little bit, again, just to about shoulder height. They don't need to come swing way past those shoulders. And you want to feel it in your upper back, shoulder blades, not shrugging your shoulders here. Slight bend in those knees, sitting those hips back, weight always in the center of those feet. And finding that breath. Get those abdominals kicked on to give your back some support in this position. Otherwise, those low back muscles are gonna get pretty sore. Use your core. And time. All right, I think I already need to drop to my lighter weights. Going for round 2. Front raise with that isometric hold. One holds, the other one moves. Burning out those shoulders here. 3, 2, 1, and lift. Here we go. Again, elbows are not locked out. Can always bring that other arm down for a rest if you need it, and then come back up. Just accumulate as much time as you can. This one really hitting the endurance of those shoulder muscles while we move the other side. 3, 2, 1. Give a little quick shake and up. Other side, here we go. Not a long time that we're here, so really try and power through, breathe through those reps. Watch this shoulder here. We don't want to feel like it's shrugging up here. Keep it relaxed. Slight bend in those knees. Use those abs. 3, 2, 1, and bring them down. Shake them out to that reverse fly. Going from the front this time. Bend those knees, sit those hips back. All right, starting with those weights down in front of you. We've got 3, 2, 1, and open. Control them down. Your gaze should be just a few feet in front of you. That way we're not cranking our chin up like this. We want to keep our head in line with the rest of your spine. Nice long line from your hips to the top of your head. That's going to help keep our spine as neutral as we can. Make it a little bit easier to feel those abdominals turn on. Can always do these body weight as well. Those weights are getting a little bit too heavy. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, one more round. Back to that front raise, isometric hold on the other side. So as we hold, we've got endurance muscles on here, concentric, eccentric contractions here. We're shortening the muscle and then slowly lengthening the muscle with control. 3, 2, 1, and lift. Last time through these. Okay, the stronger we have those rotator cuff muscles, those shoulder stabilizers, the safer we can be doing our daily activities without worrying about damaging that shoulder. Switch sides. Here we go. Hold and lift. Burn it out with me to the finish. So the shoulder joint is a very unstable joint, bone-wise, structurally. So that requires a lot of muscular stability to keep it safe. And rest. Nice work. All right, to those reverse flies one more time. Hinge forward. Again, make sure we're not rounding our back like this. Don't tuck that pelvis under. Lengthen, sit those hips back. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Now these are getting those upper back muscles, those shoulder blade muscles. Again, very helpful to stabilize the shoulder joint as a whole. So shoulder blades need stability while we move our arm and use our shoulder joint. Keeps the movements controlled. Great job. We got 15 seconds left, and then we are done with this upper body burner. Keep breathing. Stay relaxed through that face. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, another little break here. Give those shoulders a little bit of a stretch, round out that upper back, give a little stretch there, grab some water, and we're coming back for one more round, focusing on our core. We'll be right back. Great job so far, everybody. We're back for one more round. We are focusing on our core. So we're gonna bring it down to the mat. We've got 3 exercises that we're gonna repeat twice through, and then we'll cool it down. All right, starting with a side plank, modified side plank, meaning that knee is down, with a leg lift of that top leg. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Press through that knee, press through that elbow, lift that hip off the ground, and then we're gonna slowly lift that other leg. Doesn't need to be super high. We just wanna feel a little bit of squeeze in that glute here on the side. Very easy to let that leg come forward and kick it up this way because that hip flexor usually feels a lot stronger. But we wanna keep that heel slightly behind us so it stays in that glute as we lift. While we hold here, pay attention to those abdominals. On that exhale, feel that belly button wrap up and in. Strong press into that ground through that elbow so we're not sunk down in our shoulder joint like that. We want to stay lifted. 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Nice work. We're doing the same thing on the other side. So roll it over, elbow down. If you need to put a towel or a pillow on that elbow to give you a little bit more cushion, totally fine. And 3, 2, 1, and lift. Again, through that elbow, bottom knee is down, lift that hip. We want to keep it lifted off the ground. So as we go, very easy to kind of start to creep down here. Keep checking in, keep that lift, because this movement not only works this top hip, it also works this bottom hip. The endurance of that muscle being engaged the whole time while we contract the top one. Because our hip muscles, these are big stabilizers of our pelvis, and they work both ways. We need them to be able to contract, but because they're big postural muscles, we need a lot of endurance in them as well. 5 seconds here, keep breathing. One more lift, and down. Great work. All right, our third one, we're in a tabletop plank. So hands and knees. We're gonna lift our knees off the ground and tap that shoulder side to side. In 3, 2, 1, and lift. So knees are right below your hips, 1 inch off the ground, tap and tap. Again, pressing that ground away. We want to stay strong through those shoulders, not sinking down like this. Lift away, trying to limit how much we're rocking side to side through those hips. And if you need to take a little break and drop to those knees, take a second, rest, and come back up when you're ready. Another option is to drop those knees, walk it out a little bit, and take those shoulder taps from this modified plank position. Okay, to still get a little bit of core work there. 2, 1, and down. Nice work. Those are your 3 movements. We repeat them one more time through. All right, on that side, elbow down, 5 seconds here. We want that knee in a nice straight line here. 2, 1, and lift. Also have the option to take out that lift altogether if you just want to work on your core and hold that solid plank. Try not to get arching through that back. Stay solid here. You want to feel those abdominals zip up. Think of them like a zipper, wrapping from bottom to top. Wrapping around that belly to pull that belly button in. Stay lifted through that bottom hip. Strong lift of that leg. Squeeze that glute. Control it down. Nice work. 5 more seconds. Get a few more reps in. 2, 1, and rest. Switch sides. Very easy to want to hold your breath in that plank. When it gets hard, keep breathing. Use that exhale to feel those abdominals kick on. 3, 2, 1, and lift. Strong shoulder. Lift those hips and move that leg if that's feeling good for you. Feel those lower abdominals. We don't want to always grip and use our upper abdominals or just those middle abs. We want to use all of them wrapping up together. Again, that pressure, we want to distribute that abdominal pressure so it's not pushing down towards our pelvic floor. And we use it to our advantage to lift heavier, to move better. 5 more seconds. Stay lifted. I know it's burning. 3, 2, 1, and come down. Nice work. All right, last one. Hitting that tabletop with those shoulder taps one more time. And then we are cooling it down. Stay with me for 45 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and lift. 1 inch off the ground. Knees right below those hips. Slowly control. Tap. Trying to avoid that quick tap of that shoulder. Keep it slow. Take that modified version on your knees if you need it to stay moving. We're almost through this workout. Get a few more reps done. Strong to the finish. Stay focused, stay committed right here. You can. 10 seconds. Stay level through those hips. 3, 2, 1, And come down to those knees. Nice job, everybody. Take a seat on those feet for a second here. Big inhale. Stretch those arms up overhead. And bring them down. Take hands behind real quick. Just open up that chest a little bit with an inhale. Good, stretch side to side through that neck. Roll out those shoulders. I encourage you to take a few minutes before you move on with your day to stretch it out, let your body calm down a little bit. But otherwise, we are finished for today. Great job on this 20-minute workout. Again, my name is Logan Lynch, physical therapist at Life in Motion Physical Therapy, here at Volve Fitness with Active at Home with MC22. Make sure you tune in next time for another workout with me. Have a great day.